Like, yo, because at that time I wasn't speaking to Killer, so I was like, yo, it got one.
Yeah, like that.
Like Juelz could have really been like, he could have been Hove level.
Real talk, he had it, and he had it at a young age. He could have been a leader of everything that's going on outside right now. He could have been all these young father, uncle, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's how much, because the chicks liked him. He could rap. He was fly. He had every element that you needed to be that.
Yeah, he had the real wittiness to be like one of those special rappers. No, I'm not gonna lie. When I first,
so you know the crazy thing, and I'm sure this is, if you were real, like back in the day, like Smack DVD or Come Up DVD. If you grew up in the bootleg DVD rap hip hop days, I think realistically you can admit that Juelz Santana may be one of the biggest
disappointment.
Yeah, in rap history. Because what they were saying, like, if you're not familiar, if you don't go back like that far back with listening to like rap music, like that real pure mixtape, like Wayne, when Wayne was Wayne, you probably won't understand what they're talking about. But if you went back that far and you was watching like them DVDs before nothing was on YouTube, this was literally strictly just DVDs. You know what they saying. Juelz Santana was really like that. All that childish stuff the kids, like that we probably feel too old about, bringing out the chains and all that. No, Juelz Santana was literally doing all of that even before Floyd Mayweather was doing any of that. Like all the cool stuff that Mayweather was doing, Juelz Santana was doing that before Mayweather was even Mayweather.
Would you take I Can't Feel My Face right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm not listening. I'm not even checking. I'm barely checking for Cameron.
So but I'm saying the Can't Feel, wasn't that Wayne?
It was, but I'm not checking for Juelz no more. And I don't think Wayne is hot enough to carry both of them right now.
Gotcha.
Like Wayne needs some type of support. Like Wayne, let's be clear. Wayne is Wayne, but Wayne still be needing support to help him carry the load. Or it's going to be, again, like when I was talking about last week with Rich the Kid, and most people never even heard that shit. Like Juelz Santana, like who really, like when the last time you checked for Juelz Santana, even went on his Instagram page? Like it's a different, like Jim Jones know how to keep himself at least in the algorithm. Of course, with Cameron, with the podcast now, it's different. So he constantly on the timeline, he constantly on the algorithm. But when do you even think about Juelz Santana? Like they ain't play. If this wasn't on a podcast and them talking about it, I still wouldn't be thinking about Juelz Santana. But I can sit here.
But you know the crazy thing, he been low since Shorty they separated.
No, but that's my point. How much you don't check for them because they ain't even separated no more.
Oh, they back.
They been back together. So that's my point. That's my whole point. So that's what I'm saying. And I see her come around the time.
Down, like, because I know he was promoting his little weed and shit, but I think he calmed down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's after the battle. He was running around. He was still promoting the weed for a minute. And then he completely fell off. I'm not going to hold you. It is if you're not really focused to stay consistent for people to care about you, is a very hard job. You have to really be consistent and really work hard at staying relevant and staying in the people's face. And Juelz Santana did a horrible job of that. Like he is literally probably one of the biggest fumbles career-wise in hip-hop history.
Do you really blame him or you blame everybody that was around him?
I mean, you got to blame him because I don't necessarily of course, at one point in time, he was crying about the Cameron wouldn't let him out of his contracts or whatever the case may be. But then even after you got out of the contracts, it was like, all right, then what'd you do now? Because that time you was complaining about getting out your contract. Okay, at that point, Jim Jones wasn't who Jim Jones is right now. So from that time, since you've been free, Jim Jones has kicked in a whole different leg for his whole career, from the way he looked working out wise to even where people where people know, even where people respect. Like if you listen to a Jim Jones project now, where you could come back and have honest conversation, like, oh, I really like this new Jim Jones. But it's like for Juelz Santana, you're not even checking for that. You don't even care the next day he put out something. And I've been meant to say this. Nicki Minaj is dropping her new project next week, and I'm not gonna hold you. If I probably really wasn't on Twitter, I would think it was super cold. I don't necessarily know if people even care or checking about it.